So let's just talk about your background, since, you know, we're just getting to know you here. Where did you grow up?
Riverside, California.
Okay, so you're kind of local.
Yeah.
All right. So what made you decide to go into porn?
Well, basically I was working for Harley Davidson for 7.5 years doing finance.
Okay.
Loved it, awesome. But I was working 80-hour weeks.
Why?
And one of the motor clothes managers was like, you know, you're making money, you should come to AVN with me. My wife's pregnant. I was like,
Okay.
oh.
Real quick, why were you working 80-hour weeks?
I would bell to bell it, and then if a deal was running over, I'm the type of chick, I'm like, all right, I'll work your deal for you, no problem. I'll get them financed, keep the banks open, you know, do the good car salesman thing, but with Harleys.
You were doing your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so then?
So then the motor clothes manager came up to me and he's like, Phoenix, you gotta like come to AVN, my wife's pregnant, please, like you should go with me. And I'm like, and it was on, I forgot what day it was, but I changed my off day. I was like, screw it, I'll come in, I'll go with you. Never watched porn. Still never watched porn. And I was like, okay, are they gonna fuck in front of us? Like, what exactly happens at these things? I was so nervous, and like, I wore my business outfit because I think I went in the morning and then we went out. And I didn't want to obviously tell like the whole friends and family, oh yeah, no, I'm going to a porn convention. I'm gonna wear a dress in the middle of the day. No. So I go, I wait in line for Jenna Jameson. She was totally a cunt to me. And I was like, well, that's not cool.
Why was she a cunt?
I don't really know what happened, but she was just like, ew, like, you're lower than me, go away. And I was like, that's not nice.
And you were just waiting in line like a fan?
Yeah, like a fan.
To take a picture or something?
And I don't really know who she was because I never watched porn. So I was like, okay, whatever. Jessie Jane and Tara Patrick were signing. I remember Island Fever is the movie that came out.
So they were all at the height of their powers.
Yeah, but she was actually pretty cool. Like, she was like nice. She's like, oh, bubbly.
Tara
cool.
or
both actually. Yeah. And then I was like, oh wow. I met Nina Mercedes. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, you're drop dead gorgeous. Like, I have no idea who you are, but you're gorgeous.
Jessie's real cool.
Yeah. And then we did the final line, which was Wicked. And Brooke Banner told me, if you ever decide to get into porn, I want to be your first girl. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, okay. And I'm like completely red and shy, no makeup wearing, short hair. Randy Spears hands me a business card and goes, you should do porn. I was like, why? And he's like, you're hot. You got to look. There's something about your energy. You should try porn. Business card had an agency on the back in MySpace days, because it'll be 8 years, October 15th. And he's like, here you go. Follow my MySpace. Work it out. By October 15th, I did my first scene. So it took 10 months of persuading, like, just try it. It's good money, just try it.
Okay, so when you first got the card and, you know, you got your first offer to do porn, what was your initial thought?
I'm gonna throw this away.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, no. Ew.
All right, but you didn't throw it away.
My friend grabbed it and was like, I'll make sure I keep this.
Okay. So then over the next 10 months, what happened in terms of your communication?
MySpace, they were like, you're really pretty, come in. You're really pretty, come in. At the point, I was actually working at the Harley in Arizona. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe, no, I don't want to go to LA. Don't want to go. Finally, Chris Lloyd was working there, and he's like, please come in. It's like, fine, I'll just come in and see what you have to offer. Heard the price for the money and everything else. He's all, you have to get naked in front of Derek. Hey, in English. And I was like, okay. Heart beating 1,000,000 miles per hour. Pre-porn, 5 guys total.
I get only 5 guys in your life?
5 guys, yeah.
Okay.
I'm like scared out of my freaking mind. I take off my clothes and he goes, okay, like, nice boobs, decent body. He's all, can you turn around? So I turn around, I show my butt, and he goes, can you like lift your butt? And I'm like, no clue. Clearly he wanted the nice like ass accentuating one. I'm sure I did something retarded and like finger and like lifting like, duh. So I did that, and he's like, you know, well, I can guarantee you 3 scenes a month. It's like $3 grand. Is that okay? Well, I guess I'll try it. Yeah, sure. First scene, Vivid. Brand New Faces #2. Scared out of my mind. It's an evening shoot. Like, I think I had to be there by 3. I had no makeup on because I didn't know how to do makeup. Still don't know how to do makeup. Pay people. And I was like, okay, let's try this. Bisco shot it. He had a fridge full of alcohol, and he's like, here's the deal. If you take a sip, I didn't see it. And I was like, oh, well, I saw the alcohol, and I was like, if I have to drink to do this, I probably shouldn't do it.
Right.
So I didn't, which made me even more like panicky. Voodoo was the male talent. He tore me.
Tore
vaginally.
You? So like actual blood? Everything.
Like actual blood. And he goes, oh, look, I broke your hymen. You were a virgin before this, right? I was like, no, I wasn't. I feel pain. Your dick is huge. I've never seen anything like that, ever, ever. Pre-porn, like, you know, normal guy, like 5 inches. So to see like his 9.5, I was like, that's not cool. Where's that going? And really shallow. So it's like a, ow, ow, ow. But everyone was really nice. And he goes, you look like you're just having fun. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, okay, here's the deal. The minute it's not fun, get out. Stop doing it. And I was like, okay. Finish the scene. I guess I got a good report from him. I was like, this is neat. All right. Then second scene was for Chocolate Loving Moms with Julius Caesar. And he was super sweet. Everyone was like super like, you're pretty, you're awesome. And I was like, oh, you guys are really sweet. Great sex. Julius isn't huge.
What was the title? Chocolate what?
Chocolate Loving Moms #2. Now you were going to go Google
Chocolate Loving Moms. No, that's funny.
Straight to MILF, by the way. I don't really care. Then I did my third scene, and the male talent couldn't get hard, and it was for Hustler, and it was Kevin. Type 9, yeah. And so I was like, oh, I felt really like I did something bad because I couldn't get him hard. I was like, I don't understand why his dick's not hard. And like, he was limp fucking me. It was like softcore the whole time. And I'm like, I didn't like it. Fourth scene, I get a call. Yeah, you're gonna work for Lex. I was like, okay. He has me work with Mr. Marcus and Marco Banderas. And it was like
shot that in my office.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And Lexington's still #9.
I remember.
I do.
I don't know why I put Marcus in there instead of myself. Maybe because I wanted to shoot it.
I know your girlfriend at the time was there with braids.
I don't know.
But he was like, all right, let's do it. And like, again, first time ever being with 2 guys in my entire life. Freaking out because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what am I supposed to do? And you're like, you're doing fine. Just keep going. He's filming it, telling Marcus to do this to me. You know, Mark goes to do this. And I was just like, I'm lost. Like, there's too many things going on. But it was like fun. And again, everyone was really cool and nice. Kept going. And I was like, you know, I like this. All of a sudden, I was working every day. And it was like, wow, meeting new people and trying new things. I watched Tory Lane do a scene. Normally, directors talk to the guys. It's always the guys.
What?
It's always. Normally, well, unless you're Lexington still, in which case you're the director too, so it doesn't matter. But they normally talk to the guys, and the girls, like, do the basic. We follow the day.
That's if the girls are new.
Yeah.
And if the guys experience, the director will speak. Because if you have a guy that's good, then the director almost has someone that's directing vicariously for him from within, you know.
And we do the standard follow the dick. If the dick's hard, that's where we're going to go. It's our job. Cock, oh, wait, find it. So I go.
If I walk out the room, would you know?
Only for a minute. How much am I eating? So I sat there and I was like, oh, Tory Lane gets on set. She does a DP scene. She runs the shit. Director's talking to her. She's handling 2 guys like nothing. I wasn't even doing anal at this point. I'm just like, wow, this girl is insane, awesome, like in control. I want to be like her. So I always tell everyone, I start out, I want to be like Tory Lane. Oh, because now I am Tory Lane. And I'm like, oh, okay. But it was like, it just got better and better. And then after that, I was like, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to try things. And if I don't want to do it, I'm going to say I don't want to do it. And yeah.
How many scenes have you done?
1,287.
That's the actual number?
Yeah.
How do you know this number off the top of your head?
Because I've kept track. I can tell you how many DVDs I have out. I can tell you how many times I've worked with Lex, how many times I've done this position, how many of them were anal.
Wait. You know how many times you've done a position?
Well, like position as far as like, okay, me and Lex did this like scene like this, etc. Like, because fans will come up to you and they're like, yeah, you did this scene with Lex. You know, you were in this position. And I, just from the way they describe it, I'll know exactly who, what title, and like, it's insane.
It's the same way like a pro athlete can recover a memory from 10 years ago about a certain play. You know, the clock counted down to 3, and I stepped back jumper from 17, and they'll recall it every nuance of it. Same way in porn.
Yeah.
Your porn memory.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been shit on, etc. Those are the ones that you're just like, oh, let's not relive that moment. No.
So you've done 1,287 scenes.
Yes.
The last scene was done how long ago?
Was actually yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
So you was 1,286.
Yes, exactly. Up until yesterday.
Yesterday.
Was it anal?
It was actually anal for Kylie Sinner. Girl, her first time with the strap on.
How many different guys do you think?
Total in porn?
Total within these, 1,300 or so scenes. Because, in porn, you have a much smaller number of guys.
Correct. So that's where it's like, guys-wise, I actually only done 26 total in my life, so 21.
21 guys have done 1,287 scenes just with you.
Yep. And I do girls too, though. Those count.
This is true.
There's girl
Okay,
scenes.
right. Okay, so I guess that number's off a little bit. Like, what percentage of your scenes are girl?
As of right now, all of them, up until here, it was probably at least 35%. Because all the girls that want to do anal for the first time, I'm the anal whisperer. They always are like,
whisperer.
Phoenix, put the cock on, go in her butt. Got it. Cool, we're in.
Okay.
So you like the strap-on queen?
Yeah.
No doubt.
But as far as just rapping and being able to put words together and flow and say what you want to say and make it rhyme, he's definitely one of the nicest when it comes to that.
Would you say he's
It's
the king of hip hop?
Nah, I wouldn't say that because I'm in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
I said for some reason I feel like some of them motherfuckers is just renting the house to do that shit, and find out some of them was. I can't do that. I ain't want to do that. I wanted to show where the fuck I was living at the time.